Alright, so let's get started. So the first thing that I am going to do is get my hair out of my face because it is just going to drive me crazy in the whole video. So I'm just going to put my hair back with these little cute cat ear headband and prime the face. So the first thing that I like to go in first with is the Olay Fresh Effects Clear Skin, and this is what it looks like. It says you can use this as a primer. I don't use this as my main primer. I just kind of use it as like a beginning step to my makeup. It's supposed to, I believe, prevent redness and pore reducing mattifiers. Okay, so after I do that, I'm gonna go in with the mattifying face primer, and this one is from Ulta. It's a sample size one because I got it in one of their like beauty bag specials that they do, where you buy like a bag for like $21, and then it has a whole bunch of like beauty products in there. Sometimes if you spend a certain amount of money, they give it for free as well. And I'm just gonna tap this into the areas that I get oily the most, which obviously is your T-zone area. Well, for me anyways, for me it's my T-zone area. Then we are going to go in with foundation. So the foundation that I'm using today is the Photo Focus foundation from Wet n Wild, and this one is in the color Golden Beige 368C. And I think that this foundation is wonderful. Like, I really love this foundation. Then I take a brush. This one's actually a BB and CC cream brush from Real Techniques, but I use it for my foundation as well. And I kind of just use it to stipple it into my skin. I'm just going to continue to stipple it into my skin. And don't forget the hairline. So a lot of people stop like right here, and then they have like a little gap from the color of their skin that's near their scalp to where they have started their foundation. So try to get as close as you can into your hairline. And for those who don't know what stipple means, it kind of means you're just kind of like pushing it into your skin rather than like causing those brush streaks and like gliding it across your face. Make sure you get the jawline and down the neck, and as far down as you want to go. So for concealer today, I'm just going to use the concealer from LA Girl, and this one is in the color Light Ivory. I do like my concealer to be a little lighter than my foundation, just so that way it brightens the under eye. And when you brighten the under eye, it just kind of makes you look more awake. And then I'm just gonna go in with a beauty blender. This one is from e.l.f. I did wet it, which is why it's a little big. And I'm just gonna use the flat side right here and just kind of go underneath the eye. And then just for a little bit more coverage, I'm actually gonna go in with the Photo Focus concealer from Wet n Wild. I do like their concealer as well. So if you haven't tried the concealer or the foundation from Wet n Wild, the Photo Focus line, I would definitely go ahead and check it out. It is so affordable. I think the foundation, I think, is like $6. I think the concealer is it $3 or $4? I'm not sure, but so good. So next we are going to set the face. So for the under eye itself, I am going to go in with the e.l.f. sheer under eye powder. So I'm just going to tap some into the lid I'm actually just gonna go in with my damp beauty sponge and just kind of go back and forth and just set that under eye. It just gives your under eye a airbrush like filter look. Like it doesn't get super dry and cakey either. But I did put a good amount of concealer on, so. And then whatever is left on the brush, I'll just kind of sweep it across the lid, just kind of set the lid as well. And then once I am done setting my concealer, I will actually go in with some powder and actually set my face as well. I'm gonna actually go in with the Airspun Loose Face Powder. This is what it looks like. It's just the original one. So this is the Wet n Wild Fluffy Powder Brush. So I'm actually just gonna go in and just wipe away all of the powder. For setting spray, I'm going to use the Hard Candy Fast and Fabulous 12-Hour Power Spray. And I'm just gonna spray that. I'm just gonna take my damp sponge and kind of just lightly tap into my face. And that will get rid of the powdery look that nobody wants. So next I am going to do my eyebrows because I feel like I look super crazy with just foundation and concealer on, and of course the powder. My favorite from all the tinted eyebrow gels that I've been using, I like the Ardell Brow Building Fiber Gel, and this is what it looks like. And this has been my favorite, and this is what the applicator looks like. And then so you can see the difference, like this eyebrow with this one, like basically I'm just darkening them up. Like sometimes I will fill them in with a pencil and then just put more of a clear gel on top, but majority of the time I will go in with just a highly tinted fiber gel. Now we can move on to the fun part, which is the eyeshadow. Because we're in October, I wanted to do something mauve-y, cool tone, fall-like. Of course, when you think mauve tones and colors and eyeshadows, right away I went for my Carli Bybel palette. Freaking love this palette. I know they're no longer making them. I'm not sure, there's a few places though that still sell them, so if you can get your hands on one, I would definitely do so. So the first eyeshadow that I'm going to use is, I'm going to use this one right here. It's a little bit of a lighter mauve tone color, and I'm just going to use that as my transition shade. So I'm just going to get a nice blending brush, whatever your favorite blending brush is, just go for it. And I'm just gonna dab into there. I always like to kick off the excess and just go in, and it's all about just placing that like right where your crease starts and a little above, and then whenever the product is getting low on the brush, that's when you want to start blending up. That way it just gives that faded look. Alright, so next I'm actually going to go in with the shade right next to it, which is this shade right here. And I'm going to use the same brush and just dab into it, kick off the excess. So you're going to go right in the same crease line, but you're not going to go as high up as you did the first shade. and I just do windshield wiper motion.
So I'm going to take the Morphe M167 brush. So next I'm going to go in with this shade right here. It's like a deeper purple color. And I'm going to just dab into that brush, tap off the excess. And I'm actually going to put that all over the lid. Just because I want the look a little bit darker, but not too much darkness in the crease or above the crease where it gives me too much of an exaggerated smoky eye. I want it like a lighter smoky eye. So I'm going to put the darker shade on the actual eyelid and then put a nice shimmer on top just to tone it down, but then also use whatever's left on the eyelid to smoke it out a bit in the crease. Whatever blending brush that you were using, and I don't know why I just tapped it, there was nothing left on it, and just smooth out the harsh lines from your lid to the crease. Take that same powder brush that I used to wipe off the powder from my face, and if there is any fallout, I like to just take this brush and this brush like actually just like collects it, so I'm not really like smearing it all over. And then what I'm going to do is take that shimmer that is right in between those two colors that we use, so it's like a really pretty silver purple shimmer shade. I'm just going to take my finger and just tap that all over, not all over, but more focused on the middle of the eye. Then you're going to take another eyeshadow brush. This one is from e.l.f. and I'm just going to go back into that darker color and just kind of very lightly tap it over the shimmer that we just put just around the harsh lines, just to kind of blend it and it's not too harsh. And we're going to do the same thing over here. Do the under eye. So I'm just going to take a pencil brush. This one is from e.l.f. It's one of their clear handle ones, and I'm just going to dab into, I wish these had names, this color right here, and I'm just going to put that right under my eye. So now I'm just going to take another brush. This is the contour brush from e.l.f. and it's a little bit more fluffier, so I just take it to blend out the harsh lines and just smooth it out a bit. I'm actually going to leave it just like that. I'm not going to add anything else to the under eye, but I am going to add a little bit of highlight to the eye. So I'm just going to use this, it is a eyeshadow brush from Lab 2. Just looks like this, and I'm going to just dab into, I'm going to actually dab into this cream shade right here, which I freaking love this shade for my bone. I'm usually not a highlight person, like a sparkle glitter highlight person for my brow bone. I majority of the time go in with a matte highlight. Before, when I first started makeup, I used to love a glowing, see me a mile away highlight brow bone, but now I'm just all about the matte. And then in the inner corner eye, I do still love a actual highlight in that inner corner. It just makes your eye look pop more, as well as it just makes you look more awake. So for the inner corner, in the same palette, I'm actually going to go in with this like pink highlight color. Way too pink for my skin tone to actually use as a highlight. So for the highlighters that's inside the palette, if there is a highlight that just doesn't work for your skin tone on your actual cheekbones, then you can just use them as eyeshadow. Because we have a purple mauve eyeshadow look, I feel like the pink undertone highlight will look really nice. Alright, so for the eyeliner, I'm actually going to use the L'Oreal Paris. This one is the Super Slim Liquid Eyeliner from their Infallible line. So it does have like a felt tip pencil, like that. Maybe you can see a little bit better. Okay, so the eyeliner is on. Just like your eyebrows, they are sisters, not twins, at least not for me. Now that the eyeliner is on, I'm going to go right in with mascara to just finish up the look. So for mascara for lower lashes, I'm just going to use Kokie Stay Dry Waterproof Mascara. And this one, I think is in, well, yeah, this one is in waterproof black. I usually do not like waterproof mascara, but sometimes if I'm in a hurry or I'm not paying attention, I will accidentally grab it and not look. So every once in a blue moon, I will grab waterproof mascara and then wonder why it's not coming off as easily as it usually does. And that's usually why. So a nice little trick that I like to do is I will apply either the top or the bottom, doesn't matter which one you do it first, but I will apply the bottom mascara first for me, and then I will go in with the rest of my face. I will go with bronzer, blush, highlight, whatever I want to do for that makeup look, and then I will go back in and do the top mascara, or you can do it reverse. The reason for it, usually when you do your top lashes, you tilt your head back to kind of like look down and do your top lashes, which means your bottom lashes are going to touch your skin, and if it's not dry yet, it's going to cause a mess. Just the same thing if you're doing your bottom lashes, you usually look down, your top lashes are going to touch the top of your skin and mess up your eyelid and your eyeshadow. So if it does get on your skin, you just wait for it to dry. Take a dry Q-tip and just wipe it away, and it should come right off. So for bronzer, I'm going to use the Healthy Skin Blends Neutrogena bronzer. This one is in Sunkissed 30. And I'm just going to take a Wet n Wild brush, swirl it in there, and just bronze up the face. I kind of like to just kind of go where the sun would usually hit. And I kind of like to do the kissy face because I usually will put the bronzer like right kind of where I contour as well. Majority of the time I'm not doing both contour and bronzer unless I'm getting real dolled up, but for the most part I will apply something to add some warmth to my face. And then if I want to do a quick nose contour, I'll just lightly dab my brush into there and just use the flat part of the brush and just go right down the nose, and it just makes it a little bit more natural than like a straight line contour. But if you want something a little bit more defined, you can use like an e.l.f. brush, the contour brush. It's a little bit more defined, and then you can get that straight line look. Not really too huge on nose contour. And then I go underneath and kind of just bring it down. So for the blush, I'm actually going to use this blush in Rose Blush from Ulta. And it's in like their little sample sizes that they throw in their little beauty bags. But it's actually a nice blush, and it's a little bit more on the cool tone. And I'm just going to use, this is a contour brush from Lab 2. And it is a matte blush, so it's okay to put on the apples of my cheeks. If the blush does have a little bit of shimmer, then I will usually just keep it focused here more on the back, because if anything has shimmer in it, it's going to emphasize the texture, and it's going to make your acne, your pores, everything just magnified. So next I'm actually going to go in with the Hard Candy setting spray again before I go in with my mascara. I'm going to set the face and just take your beauty sponge and just kind of tap around again to get rid of the powder look and just make everything blend in nicely into the skin. So now that that's done, I'm actually going to go in with a mascara. So this mascara here has like spikes, and then it has low spikes. So I use the longer spike side first, just to comb through my lashes. And then what I will do is I'll go back in and use the shorter comb side just to kind of thicken them up a bit, which is kind of why I love this mascara, because it's almost like a 2-in-1. It lengthens and then it adds volume. Okay, so now that the mascara is on, last but not least is lips. So for lips today, I'm actually going to go in with Barracuda from ColourPop. This is the finished look. I love how the whole look turned out. To me, it is screaming fall vibes just because of the color that I chose for my lips. The darker lip with the lighter eye look just screams fall to me. So I hope you enjoyed the look today. Don't forget to like the video, as well as don't forget to subscribe and hit the little notification bell. That way you will get an alert every single time that I upload a video. I appreciate the love, I appreciate the support, and until next time, bye.